Good morning, good afternoon. Monday. It's Monday. Damn, it's Monday. How you all doing? Did you have a good weekend? I hope you did. So, we figured out what the schedule is going to be this week. So, here we go. Alright, schedule for this week. As you probably guessed for today, 7 days to die today. That's the plan. Tomorrow's also going to be 7 days to die. And then Wednesday and Thursday, suddenly lost track of the week. Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to start The Evil Within. The first one, not the sequel that's currently out. Because I haven't played the first one. So, hang on, let me do a couple things here. Server, bing. Right, and with me is Rick. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm alright.
Excellent. Alright, so. Well, poor Nina. Can't watch the spooky stuff, I know. Been reading an MLP fic, and it's been glorious. You shed tears. Which one? I haven't read a fic in a couple years. Really, Fallout Equestria is one of the... Well, no, I started Project Horizons when I was on vacation. And then I haven't read it since I've been back. I've read a couple fics that have made me shed tears, so... Still to this day... I remember when I read... I know this is a super old one. This one's like early fandom days when I read My Little Dashie. That one destroyed me for like 3 days. I was sad for 3 days. It's called Exchange, written by Get Me Outta Here. Oh, I love the names. What's it about? Let's give me a synopsis. I remember what were we doing? Remember? Oh yeah, I was building the garden platform.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually going to make myself some hot chocolate before the stream, but I slightly ran out of time. It's that time of year. The big pinky mug comes out.
Yep.
Don't worry, Nina. One day we'll do a weeaboo week for... for gaming. I can't believe this is the last week in October already. Feels like the month just started. I feel like I haven't done anything. Like, we did Frambeau, and then that was kind of it for the spooky stuff. I do not plan stuff well. It's been a surprisingly busy month, though. Like, strangely busy month. I'm in... Nia, you sent me to the wrong place. This place is hell.
Never mind, pull you back out. Pull you back out.
Although the new season of Walking Dead has started. Of course, it doesn't show here till tonight. So, I'm back to that time of year where I have to avoid Facebook and be very careful on Twitter. Because some people I follow will inevitably spoil something. Because it airs one day later here because they have to subtitle it. The show's in English, but of course they have to subtitle it in Dutch. Which I'm glad they can subtitle it that frickin' fast. So I can see it quickly, but yeah. So,
Yeah, a couple of my cooks informed me last night, like, oh, I'm just gonna leave at like 6 o'clock. Well, I'm off at 6 o'clock anyway, so I don't care, but why? Like, Walking Dead starts tonight. Yeah. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
Yup, yup. That is...
Okay.
They ended it on such a fucking cliffhanger last season. And it takes about they take slightly less than a year to come out. Because, you know, they're probably about, what, 12 episodes? Maybe? And then, you know, so you get 2 months, 3 months worth of Walking Dead. And then you have to wait pretty much until next October for the next season to come out. So you gotta wait. Okay, here's the synopsis of what you're reading. It's a human and Equestria setup. The story starts up with you going on a quest for a magical item that nearly killed you on several occasions. It was an orb of ascension, and Aang gets it for Celestia so she will help him with his problem of Twilight ultra-lusting after him. What happens is Celestia ascends Twilight, making her new princess of the sun as she retires and takes off. The real story starts when Celestia ends up being your roomie, and all while Twilight still plots to make you hers. And that's just part of like the first chapter. Huh.
Well, that sounds interesting.
It does. Don't. Okay. This is gonna make people judge me, but that looks. It looks like a It sounds very similar to a adult MLP comic I saw.
To a what comic?
An adult MLP comic.
Oh.
Don't judge me. Didn't actually read it, I just know of it. Well, I read the first page. I was like, what the fuck is this? Just putting the edges on the garden platform, and I'm out of blocks. This is gonna take a while. It's very well written, you think. You binge read over the 2 days, and now you're reading some of the epilogue side story stuff. It's not really rated M. There's no sex in it, just some lewd stuff. Okay. I don't care. I've browsed lewd MLP stuff before. But I'm an adult, so... And I like adult things sometimes. Alright? Alright, we on the same page here? No? Everyone's judging me now? Alright.
Yep, we're all judging you.
I don't care if there's... I enjoy the slight adult-themed MLP stuff. I just don't want kids to ever see that. But I'm an adult. I like adult things. You've read your fair share of the lewds. This one was delicious without it. Wouldn't have minded some naughty time. Yeah, I think well we were actually talking about this last time we played this. I was talking about how I was slightly disappointed there was no lewd art of my character. Oh yeah, because we were just doing the OC thing, I remember. I remember saying I was slightly disappointed there was no lewd art.
Oh yeah,
of my
no one's done lewd art of Moon.
How many more flags then you reckon I need? 30? Sure. Alright. Yeah, and then Nina showed us that one picture, which I didn't show on stream, by the way. It wasn't actually lewd, it was just a bikini pic of an adult, of a human. Walking Dead tonight for me. One more weekend of MLP. You know, technically it's... I think Canada finished it, and of course it leaked early. Yeah, season finale of MLP coming up. They've already foreshadowed it. Got no update. Yeah, I didn't tweet it, sorry. Why am I hot? Oh, 'cause I'm wearing my duster. Yep, this is the garden. Making flagstone so slow. You love reading, but hate it when you get to the end of something, especially when it was so good. Yeah, I know that feeling. God, it was honestly like that when I read Fallout Equestria. Like, that thing was thousands of pages, but 1,000 pages, but I was still very upset when it was coming to an end. Like it was that good. Really need to pick up, keep reading Project Horizons. Am I making, oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Where the hell did you come from?
Ohio. I mean...
Well, that would explain some things.
Morning, Dark Omen. How you guys doing? Damn it, come on. Hit the last block. There we go. Alright. So, now we just need a lot of frickin' dirt. And then hope the dirt doesn't collapse everything on top. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Doesn't matter. Probably need like 100. Probably gonna need more than 100, but we'll start with 100. How was everyone else's weekend? I had an okay weekend, but good lords. Oh, there's coming this way. Is it coming this way, or is it going the other way? So, like, I spent the weekend playing Stick of Truth. I finally picked it up and finished it. I enjoyed it quite a lot. This dirt's gonna take forever. So yeah, I enjoyed that quite a bit. Finally finished it, you know. I'm getting into games just as their sequels come out.
Better late than never?
Yeah, it's like finish Stick of Truth, and then later this week we're gonna start the first Evil Within. So it's like, yeah, that's about the time I. Well, I think that's the thing though. It's like I'll start it. I'm more prone to start a game when the sequel comes out because I'm like, Jesus Christ, the sequel's out already? Well, I better play the first one then. It's typically how I do it. These forges? Oh, no, wait. These forges are. When did I start those forges up? Hey. Well, Con Benoit is. You technically put the space in the wrong place. It's Con Benoit. It's one word. So yeah, I did that. Then Saturday night, had the worst case of indigestion I've ever had in my life. No, I don't really get indigestion, but boy howdy did I get it Saturday night. Like 8 hours I was sitting there. feeling extremely unpleasant.
That sounds delightful.
Oh, it was. How much does dirt weigh, by the way? 10. Wow. Really? There's a vague chance this could drop the platform. It shouldn't. I put... I think I put enough supports down. It should be okay. More people of age and descent have started moving into your area just as you have to move out. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm totally I was feeling better by yesterday. It's always that thing, it's like when normal suddenly feels amazing. It's like when you always kind of feel just a general level of shit, but at one point you feel completely awful, and then suddenly that general level of shit feels amazing. I'm like, oh, I'm so much better now. I'm afraid to put the... Well, I can go ahead and... Let's let this dirt craft. While it crafts, let's start planning out how the wall's gonna go. That's the next stage we got going here. We'll pretty much have a secure base. Right. This thing's gonna be close to the road. We could actually just make like a drive that leads right up to where the entryway could be. That might be neat. Alright.
Nice.
There's one word. It's been 13 years since Japanese class. So like 1 block of cement goes 1 cubic foot. Hard to tell. A bad depth perception. Yeah, I think it's like I don't know. If it's anything like Minecraft, it's like 1 block is 1 square meter. I don't know. Alright, so how wide is the staircase? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the staircase is literally a doorway wide, which is good. Say we want to... This might not actually work like a plan because the road is so close. It might. It's gonna be like a... Because, you know, we're gonna have the gated system again, so... 2. Which means maybe the gate goes inward a bit. So maybe we don't have the... Where... The original design where we had the outer gate be kind of extended out from the wall. Maybe it's flush with the wall and the inner gate's inside or something. I don't know. Let's see how this measures out.
Yeah, you can do it either way.
Yeah, that's not where I wanted it. Yeah, because the entryway, if I do it any other way, the entryway is going to be really right up against the road, and that's not horrible, but it's going to create a... Gonna create a bit of an awkward getting in, I think. Yeah, we'll push, we'll say, let's see. If we make this the outer, so this is like, this would be the alcove here. The initial alcove. 1, 2, 3. Christ. These blocks are just dancing around in the grass. So, how was the game? You still what? Frambeau? Is that the one you're talking about? I was in a Frambeau. If that's the one you're talking about, it was really good. Enjoyed it. Very, very Alice in Wonderland, and we kind of had it confirmed that the game was inspired by Alice in Wonderland. There's a bit of an Easter egg showing in it. too close before. That alcove is really, really short. Let's extend... Can we extend this out too? And that make the alcove too short? Still gonna be a bit. Yeah, you'll have a little bit of a run up. It's not the best run up. We can fix it. We can tart it up, of course. So this would be an entryway. Of course, if that's okay. If that's the entryway alcove. We would still almost need to make this. Yeah, this would still need to be the flush wall. So the alcove exit's still gonna have a bit of a... means that it means this isn't going to be quite flush. Well, it's not like they have to be totally flush. I mean, we could, you know, like I say, bang the wall out right there.
Mm.
Well, of course, there is going to be there needs to be the power setups on the other side. So, okay, yeah. That'll work as the entryway. Alright. The layout. Where the corners are. Like that's a corner. I watched Sucker Punch, I think that's what it's called. Very Alice feel, chicks in mental institute trying to break out. Don't think I've ever seen, no, I haven't seen that, I know I haven't.
I remember seeing trailers for that. Never did see it.
56 is... Making dirt anymore? Yeah, I'm making dirt. Literally mathed this out to figure out how much dirt I would need exactly. But as we know, math left me a long time ago in this project. I did schedule 100 to be made. It's 100's a bit more than 100 on either side. Hey, pure stupidity. It's really weird. You didn't like it right after you watched it, but it grew on you over time thinking about it. Oh. Neat. I'm trying to think there was a movie I wanted to see recently, but I haven't. I don't know. Alright, it's 2 days until Horde Night. God, why does dirt... I hate that dirt takes so long to craft. It's such a stupid thing. It's just dirt. Why do I even have to craft it? It's dirt.
You're molding it with your hands.
Apparently I have to before I can place it. I can't just, you know, shovel it in. I gotta freaking turn it into a icosahedron and before I can place it. Looks like I'm gonna need roughly, it's about 110 per plot. Darn close. No, about 115 per plot. So that means I need to craft up another 130. And take 17 minutes. Looks like we're growing an elevated fresh lawn up here. So I need to finish this bridge. Walkway a bit here. That's pretty nice. We'll be pretty soon be completely protected up here. Mostly completely.
Mostly, almost, somewhat.
Entirely a little bit. Not entirely. Maybe the dirt will spawn bird nests. I've never seen it do that. They're probably... It would be neat if they would. That would actually be kind of neat. Because you could... I would assume it doesn't do this, because if somebody figured that out, I'm sure there would be something on, you know, the internet about, you know, bird nest farming. Since feathers are often so important. Someone probably would have figured out a way to come up with a bird nest farm. Bird nests are strangely finite, considering, but they spawn real quickly. Oh, all that grass just grew. Well, one side of the I guess I suppose if half the platform stands in this whole thing, should hopefully then support. Yeah, 115 blocks we got here. Just gotta fill the other side, and that'll have an elevated garden. I need a lot of concrete though for the next bit. As we build the walls. Some being made in there. We've just made an elevated lawn that needs to be mowed. Stats. I can't even check my stats. Ooh, I'm hungry. Stuff to drink. Alright. Yeah, I can't wait till we can kind of stay in here and be mobile at night instead of being tucked away still. Might get crabs in my garden. Oh no. That's when you gotta cut the grass. You don't want lawn crabs. It's terrible. Those jars. Inventory a little bit. Start putting the railings up at some point here. Oops, I'm focused on getting these finished and getting the wall up and the railings up after. And start putting the finishing touches on this place. Because that night, I want to be able to work at night here. That would be nice. Yeah, after you left on the last stream, there were 2 more dogs.
Beggars.
And the worst part was, as soon as it became daylight, it became foggy rain. So I couldn't fucking see them. I was sitting there just scoping them out. I'm like, okay, come on, can I see one? Can I see one? Trying to hunt them down. So nightfall. Do I want to go underground? How much looking at on supplies? I want to go underground and get lost in the coal mines again.
Which you will. You'll get lost.
You really should have adulted this weekend, but you didn't do nothing. I know that feeling. I didn't really adult this weekend. I just played games most of the weekend. And cooked in our crock pot. I think we well, if I want to say we maybe, I don't know if we slightly overcooked our chili, or if we put a little too much hot sauce in it. It was very, very, the taste of the hot sauce was very prominent this time around. But it was good. Yeah, because we went out, what was it, Thursday night? We went out Thursday night to go get a new blender, because the one we had got broken. And while we were there, I was going to look at mixers, you know, hand mixers, because we don't have one. But then while we were there, we passed by the steamers and rice cookers and all that, and we saw one box that was a slow cooker. We're like, hey, they got one. So we picked it up. Apparently they go fast, cause like they didn't even have a display model up, and the dude we talked to says they go so quickly we don't have time to put a display model up. There's no point. So, yeah.
Oh dang.
So yeah, we got one. We got a new blender and we got a crock pot. I really should go down in the mines, but I'm tired of digging. I'm tired of digging. I feel like just sitting here for. And it's raining. How much dirt do I have? Where's my dirt? Dirty dirt. There it is. You love slow food. Tell her to leave it alone next time and make me clean it. Yeah. She just didn't think about it at the time. She realized her mistake afterwards. But yeah, it was a cheap $30 blender. It didn't really matter that much. We just bought the same one again. So now we've got 2 motors. So if the motor of one dies, we've got another. It's not that bad. Yeah, we gotta figure out, like, recipes to cook in the slow cooker, though. Find some stuff. I've always wanted to get an outdoor smoker for meats. Oh man, like my girlfriend's brother, one of her brothers, and his girlfriend, who's also named Esther. Very weird. They just bought a house, and I think it's got an outdoor pizza oven, and it's on a canal too. It's a nice fucking house. We're both a bit jealous, but eh. Being on the canal would mean a load of fucking mosquitoes. And mosquitoes love me, so kinda happy now. There is a river nearby us, but brick pizza oven, yeah, that seems to be a thing. Like, cause we were, what was it? The other day we were out. We were out looking for Halloween stuff, and we just went. It was like a big garden hardware sort of place, you know, one of those places, and they had these like pizza ovens that apparently you can put on a grill. I was like, dude. I would sit there and think, though, it's like, at what point is there even a point, you know? Like, you can cook pizza on a grill, that, I mean, sure, if you're camping and you just want pizza, but, I don't know, it's weird sometimes. The smoker to keep the bugs away down there. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind. We don't really have a big. I mean, we could probably put something like that in our back garden. It's not a big garden. I mean, we could probably put stuff like that in the back garden. Oh, that's the wrong button. Why am I hitting that button? Why am I still hitting that button? Did I get your organizing chests?
Yep.
Okay. I look like I've just been listening to you go back and forth between chests.
Between chests, yep. So I'm organizing it, Avalon. I'm working on it.
You've heard good things about Big Green Egg. It's basically a grill, is it? Never heard of it. Sorry. Never heard of Big Green Egg. Just sitting in the dark, la la la. Are we making seeds for the garden? The seeds won't take long. I'm still crafting dirt right now. Still got 4 more minutes on dirt. No, the seeds won't take very long. The dirt is a strangely long process. So I'm sitting there with piles of dirt going, set it aside. It's very weird. Almost got enough for yeah, I'm busy playing with mud. I'm sitting here in the corner going plap, 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 plap. Just splattering it all over me. Whee! Splap, 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 splap. Rick is over there hard-working, organizing chests, trying to make things clean, and I'm over here playing in mud. That is me. Better wash my hands before I come inside. You're not my mom. Besides, I never did that as I was that kid. I was that kid that wouldn't wash my hands. I'd be playing in like the dirt and mud, and I wouldn't wash my hands. I'd just wipe them off. I would go okay, you know, I was that kid that would go fishing. You know, catch a fish, you know, handle the fucker. And then, you know, just wipe my hands on my pants or wipe them in the grass, and then go eat a sandwich. That was me. That was me.
There you go.
Needless to say, I didn't hang out with a lot of girls.
What? No. Absolute nonsense.
No, I was always the one that I would either like do fishing, or I'd be down at the creek building dams. You know, getting myself all in the mud and dirt. That was me. That was me as a child. Wasn't too big on the dolls. Aside from having My Little Ponies, didn't have dolls. I had some action. I had Masters of the Universe, He-Man, Castle of Grayskull as a child. That was me. And I had My Little Ponies. That was it. Avalon, you could tell on me. Yeah, you could. You should go down the mountain and tell my mom. Try living in a junkyard. Did that all the time. Dirt, oil, all kinds of toxic metals. So played in the woods and creek as a kid. Yeah, see, that's what I did. I played in the woods and the creek because we had, even though I lived in a town when I was a kid, we had like this. There was a small little area of just wooded area. I'd play in there. Now, of course, our creek was also very chemically infested, too, because it ran along the main road. So that the water always had that nice little chemical shine to it. I played in it. Would catch crayfish, crawdads, minnows. There wasn't really any... Occasionally you'd see a bluegill in there, but it was always too shallow. Occasionally you'd find a bluegill, but it was mostly just minnows and crayfish. He-Man had to ride something. Well, he had his tiger, but I didn't actually have that. I didn't have his tiger. Because I actually won the castle. My mom, when I was younger, McDonald's had done this, like, contest thing. Where you could win it, and... yeah, that's how I ended up with that. And then I had, like... I had He-Man, I had Skeletor, I had Evelyn... She-Ra, which my dog chewed up most of their weaponry.
All right, that should be better now.
Wormsman and I played in Toxic Wake, and we have no issues whatsoever. Exactly. See, I'm fine. Tiger name is Cringer before transformation. Yeah, I couldn't remember that.
I can't remember what it was. Someone was telling a story like that. It's like, yeah, I played in that stuff all the time, and nothing's wrong with me. And second of all, I did it all the time, and nothing's wrong with me.
And Fry, you have that brain thing. I already did. Yeah, I used to watch He-Man. I used to watch Rainbow Bright, though I can remember zero about it. I don't remember the story to that at all. I watched My Little Pony when I could. Couldn't always watch it. Because it was always on the channel we didn't have. So I had to like go to the video store and rent it. You gonna start on the 5th Harry Potter book in a day or so?
Oh, the 5th one's good.
Man, I haven't... I read the first one. I think that's the only one I ever actually read. It was good, I enjoyed it. And then I think I've seen the 3rd, up to the 3rd or 4th Harry Potter movie. Been the last one you and I ever saw together, Avalon. And that was it. That was all I've seen.
They get good, and I don't just say that because that company pays me.
Because you work in the Harry Potter section of...
No, I read between the 6th movie coming out and the 7th movie coming out. I read all 7 books. It was good. Good books. Well, the first thing you gotta know about the 5th book is the person who dies in it, so, no, just kidding. Kidding. Alright, so I just glanced over at the stream and it looks weird because it looks like the dirt's just floating above.
Yeah, because it's got that weird...
concrete.
I don't understand why it does that weird kind of polygonal thing. I've never really been fond of it. It's like, just do it in blocks, goddammit. Why does dirt have to be weird? Well, I guess dirt's weird, so when you actually dig it, it looks a bit more natural, but when you place it, it's just strange. I guess you need to be able to make hillsides out of dirt, so... Okay, it makes sense.
It just looks weird.
Yeah, it does.
I see we've put down a floating plot of dirt that seems to defy physics.
Yeah, there we go. Alright. Now...
And now to stand outside of the trader until he opens.
Just stand there up against the window.
Hey!
Pressed up against it.
Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah, are you open? Be that one customer that pulls on the locked door, looks confused, and it's like, are you open? Well, the door's locked and the lights aren't on yet. Take a guess.
Get the forges working. So we're not waiting for it. The bridge is down. God. What are we, heating the hole outside?
Sorry.
Oh, wait.
Well, you know, you're always talking about this, you know, risk of failure, and you want there to be a risk of failure. I'm just trying to help.
But typically in a zombie apocalypse, those guys named Rick are the ones that are supposed to be the good ones. Where somebody named Moon is the one that fucks it all up, and she ends up dying in season 1.
The lights are on, you must be open. Yeah. Oh, I just need a couple things. Everything's off. I actually got that a couple of weeks ago at work. Like, 10 minutes after we had shut down everything, I was getting something from the bar. Person walks into the bar, like, hey, can I get something real quick? No, we're closed. I just need one thing. Like, yeah, I hear you. We're closed. And they kept kind of persisting, and the bartender was trying to be polite, and I just kind of stepped in and went, look, the registers are off. They are on a timer. If he wanted to sell you something, he couldn't. We are closed. Go away. There's nothing we could do. Security will be coming in here any minute to make sure there's no more guests here. Oh, okay.
Okay, so where did you see, now that you've created this new sorting system, I have to find out where everything is.
You'll figure it out.
I'm not good at figuring things out. How do you know? Okay, what am I short on here? I'm short on stone.
Did I forget to bring some of the money with me? No, I didn't. I brought it all.
I forgot my wallet at home, sir.
Sorry, I forgot some of my giant stack of money. No, I have it all back.
Oh, I should probably get more. Get more rebar being made. That's not what I wanted to type. Materials flowing. Okay. Right. Need to. Do I have enough space in my inventory right now? This very minute to gather up the garden. Probably not. Just gonna put some stuff away. Let's completely wreck the sorting system. As I look for where to put things. Okay, what do we got in here?
You know, I'll tell you the best part about that job, Avalon, is apparently, if you do it at where I work, you can just decide when you feel like doing that. We had one day, and let's see, at this point, the whole park had been closed for 45 minutes. By this time, they should have already finished their sweep, and the park should be empty, because they gotta start bringing trucks in to bring stuff in for the next day. And we still had a family just chilling out in our restaurant. And my manager calls security and says, and because they start in our area. We're the first one that they started because we're at the back of the park. So they start with us and then just sweep out all the way through. And so she calls them, is like, where are you guys? Their response... Oh, it's raining a little bit, so we didn't want to start yet. She just kind of sits there for a second and goes, I don't care. Do your job. Oh, sorry. You guys have you have special raincoats that no one else gets to use. Put on your raincoat and sweep the park. We don't get to go inside and not do our job when it starts raining. We have to do it anyway. So get your butt out there.
So what you're saying is, if I can go to the back of the park and get past the initial sweep, I'm pretty much safe.
Nah, if you manage it, yeah. I mean, we'd see you. We'd go, hey, you missed one.
Damn it.
Oh. Okay. Okay, that's fine.